Hey friends, Pastor Greg here from St. Paul's United Methodist Church and Wesley Foundation. And I'm here in our church gym thinking about the fact that in basketball, you've got to stay in the lines, right? If you have the ball and you cross over the line, then you turn the ball over to the other team. It reminds me of the way that we sometimes think about our faith. Like we've been led to believe sometimes that following in the way of Jesus means staying inside the lines, right? Following all the rules as closely as we can. And sometimes when we do this, when we live this way, it causes us to try and determine exactly where the lines are so that we can get as close to crossing the line as possible without actually crossing over it. So for example, I can say darn and dang, but I better not say something that sounds a lot like it, but that is just a little bit too far across the line. Of course, if we know anything about ourselves as humans, we know that we'll try to get closer and closer to the line, maybe even leaning over it without getting our foot across, until eventually we fall across the line. But what if this whole way of thinking just completely misses the mark of what Jesus had in mind for us? In the upside down way of following Jesus, he seems less concerned about the lines and more concerned with our hearts, our motives, the intent that we have in terms of our connection with God and with one another. This is so countercultural that we need to hear this truth over and over again. And we're going to get to hear it again this weekend as Pastor Sarah offers a message to us about how we follow in the way of moving downward into our true selves. Not as line makers, not as rule followers, but as people living in dynamic relationships with God and with one another. Friends, we hope you'll join us for this. We worship together in person at 9 and 10:30 in our sanctuary in State College. And also you can join us online. If you're not in the area or not available, join us on our live stream on our YouTube channel at 10:30 or anytime after that as we continue this Lenten journey of discovering just how upside down Jesus' message of love really is, that it's not about towing the line so much as it is about moving downward into the truth of ourselves and our need for God and for one another, our need for right relationship. That's really what it's about. We hope to see you this weekend as we continue this journey together.